Okay, we are going to do some foundations. Today we're going to do two activities. We're going to review some words that we've had for word of the day, and we're going to have a foundation story. So I've made two of the words. Let's look on the bottom here at this first word. Let's tap it. Elbows up. Let's tap. Sh, t, shut. Remember, we had that for our word of the day. Shut. Think about what that word means. Yeah, it's like to close something, right? You might close the door or shut the window. You can close or shut a box. All right, now let's look at this word. The next one, elbows up. Let's tap. Fix. Fix. Now think about what fix means. Yes, well, if something is broken, you might put it back together, you might mend it. That's what fix means. You could think of a sentence with these words as well. For example, I shut the window because it was cold. Or my zipper broke, so my dad had to fix it. Right? Now let's look at those two words. Which one of those words have a digraph sound? Yes, if you said shut, you are correct. What about the word fix? Look at that word. Which letter is the vowel? Yeah, we have a hint when we have our tile boards because the vowels are pink. So if you said I, you are correct. Okay, now I'm going to switch this up a little bit so I can make another word. All right, let's tap that next word. Elbows up. Let's tap. Much. What does this word mean? Yes, well, when we think of the word much, we think of an amount, right? Like how much money do you need to buy those chips, right? So you're talking about an amount, or you could say to your mom or dad, I love you so much. You could think of a sentence now and tell whoever you're watching the video with while I make the next word. All right, hopefully you were able to think of a nice sentence. Okay, look at the next word. Elbows up. Let's tap. Quit. Quit. What does this word mean? Yes, well, if you quit, you stop doing something, right? Like sometimes people get frustrated while they're playing a game and they say, I quit. You could think of a sentence with quit also. Okay, now let's look at those words. Which one of those words has a digraph sound? If you said much, you are correct. The CH is a digraph sound in much. What about one of those words has the chicken letter with his buddy? Which one is that? That's right, that's QU. All right, good job. So those were some of the word of the day words that we've had so far. Now we're going to read a story. So I'm going to show you the story, and I want you to look at the title of the story. The title says Codfish. Okay, now I'm going to put it down because I want you to think about what the story is going to be about with the title Codfish. What do you think? What could that story be about? Well, yes, it could be about maybe someone's going to eat that type of fish. Maybe someone's going to try to go fishing. I don't know. It could be a number of things. Okay, now we are going to read the story, A Codfish. Okay. Now, and if you notice, these pink lines I have here, those are called scooping marks. When we read, we want to read with fluency, like a grown-up, right? We don't want to read like Jack had a net. We want to read in a smooth voice like this. Jack had a net to get a codfish for Jed, the cat. That's how we follow the scooping marks, right? Jack sat on a rock with his net. Jed sat on a log. Jack had the luck. He was quick with the net. He got the codfish. Jed had a dish of fish. Yum. Now, I've attached this story to the assignment. So after this video, you can practice reading the story. All of the words are trick words that you can read or words that you can tap out. Let's have you repeat the sentences after I read them. Or the phrases. Jack had a net. Your turn. To get a cod. Fish for Jed. The cat. Jack sat on a rock with his net. Jed sat on a log. Jack had the luck. Right, and if you notice, there's an exclamation mark there, so I'm going to read that sentence with some excitement. He was quick with the net. He got the codfish. Jed had a dish of fish. Yum! And what do you see there after yum? That's right, you see another exclamation point. Okay, so now we want to think about the story. We want to think about the characters, right? So who are the people or the animals in the story? We want to think about the setting, right? So where are they in the story and when do we think it occurred? And we want to think about the main events. So what do you think, boys and girls? Who are the characters in the story? And remember, you can go back and reread it. Right here, if you said Jack is a character, you're correct. And what about his fish, Jed? Okay, so I have a little chart here that shows the characters, the setting, and the events. Right? So we said Jack was the character and Jed was the character. What about the setting? What do you think? I remember in the story they said that Jack was on a rock and Jed was on a log. And Jack was fishing, right? So he must have been near a pond or some body of water. So I also drew a sun and a cloud so you could see that Jack and Jed are outside somewhere, right? If you're fishing, you're outside. You're not in your house. Now let's think about the main events. What happened first, next, then? So what was the first thing that happened? Now remember, you can go back to the story, right? What does it say? Jack had a net to get a codfish for Jed, the cat. Jack sat on a rock with his net. So here I have Jack sitting on a rock holding the net, right? Now what happened next? Tell the grown-up that you're sitting with. What happened next? They said he was quick with the net, right? He caught the codfish. I also have Jed here on the log because I remember in the story it had said that Jed was on the log. Now what happened last? Yes, Jed ate the fish. He was happy. And I did a little speech bubble for Jed that says yum. Okay, boys and girls, so when you stop the video, you could practice reading the story. Next week when we read the story, we're going to look at all the words and find and mark the digraphs. Okay, have fun.